Okay, welcome back. So this is the third scenario of the Tale of Two Brothers campaign. We are taking off where we last left off. So this is the start. So we were given two passcodes from the guy that we killed at the very end of the last mission. And basically these passcodes lets us get past the gods. Now, there is actually a valid point to be made about incorrectly answering the passcodes. Because basically what happens is that you get to engage enemy units and get XP. But for this playthrough, I'm not going to do that. As I've said before at the very start, this difficulty setting on this campaign is extremely hard, and I cannot afford to take any unnecessary risks in this department. And actually, if we're looking at our current position, army composition wise, strategically speaking, we're actually in the position to already win the campaign. All I need is at least 4 tier 2 units at the end of this scenario to carry on to the next one, and it'll be fine. We should have no problem winning and finishing the campaign. So I am not going to I'm not going to choose to optionally engage these gods. I'm just gonna bypass them, just go straight for the kill at the end of this, and be done with it. So let us continue here. So here's the first god. As for the passcode, it is this first one here. Correct passcode, and then they disappear. All right. So here are the objectives. We need to rescue this guy's brother, which is somewhere in some dungeon. We lose if our HQ leader dies or if the time runs out. So yeah, that's the objectives there. So we start off with a very big castle here in the very corner. It's open territory. Now what we have here is a underground fortress of some kind. So operationally speaking, once we pass this wall here, we're going to be underground, so all of our lawful units are going to be at a disadvantage because of the darkness. Or at least that's how it was the last time I played this. They may have changed the rules to make it a little bit easier, but that's one problem. The bigger problem, however, is that there are no villages inside the fortress. So if we start taking hits and we start taking damage to our units, we have to withdraw them all the way outside to these villages here in order to heal them up. So far, I've never run into the problem of time constraint. I've never had the turn counter defeat us before, but it's something to just keep in mind here. I should mention now regarding the difference in the difficulties in this campaign. If we had played the easier difficulty, what would have happened at the end of the last scenario is that a heavy infantry dude would have popped up, so a new character, and he would allow us, if we let him join our party, he would allow us to recruit heavy infantry in our roster. And once you get the heavy infantry, this scenario and the next one is just completely a breeze. It's complete cakewalk. But because we're on the higher difficulty, that guy never shows up, and we never have the option of using heavy infantry. So there's that. But anyways, yeah, that pretty much covers all of the main differences here. So let us continue. We shall start recalling. All right, so we've got 5 tier 2 units. I mean, that's as good as it gets. Now, one thing regarding recalling is that the traits are pretty important. Some people I know will recall units based on the traits and the little amount of XP. The big one is intelligence. So basically, if a unit is intelligent, they require less experience points to promote themselves. I personally, for this campaign run, considering this is the second to the last one, I don't put much stock into it, especially considering the amount of gold that we have. So I'm not going to recall these 2 units here. We'll just recruit fresh ones. But everybody else here, though, they're coming along. So this scenario is a little bit interesting in the sense that we have to face 2 different types of factions, races. there are orcs and undead, and we have to fight them both at the same time. So as a beginner, this scenario tests your knowledge regarding the game mechanics, particularly the combat mechanics, the damage types and resistances. If so long as you know which unit is better against which enemy unit, you'll be fine. Yes, no problem whatsoever. So we are going to not get any horsemen because it's gonna most of the main combat is gonna occur inside. A little bit's gonna happen outside, but we're gonna utilize these hills here. So we're definitely gonna need another foot pad because there's gonna be undead. We'll take 2 in that case. There's gonna be a decent amount of orcs, so we'll take bowmen. And I'll take another spearman. Here we go. Cap this village and continue on. Okay, so that went by fast because we don't have any line of sight on the enemy. They haven't activated per se. So I'm going to send 1 footpad off to the side here to capture this village up here, and then he'll link up at the gate. I'm going to send another footpad off to the far flank here to get the villages on the western side. I'm going to cap up here. Okay. Now we want to be careful we don't overcommit because only once we get line of sight and we clear up the fog of war will the enemies activate. And because we're fighting orcs and undead, they're both mainly chaotic factions, so we don't want to engage them at night. So we'll just take our time here. Okay, here's the second group of guards. Give the second passcode, which is this one here. And there's that. Okay, we can continue on. So I'm just going to line my guys up here. Extend it out. I want to form a battle line just across this wall and try to occupy these hills. That would be decent enough terrain for us to operate in. Okay, it's now dawn. So it's the dawn phase, so we don't get our bonuses just yet, but this is good enough of time to start the engagement. So let's do that. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so we have detected, yep, all the orcs, hello. Ideally, I wanted to occupy that hex, but if I move my HQ up, he's going to get ganged by everybody here. Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad. Okay, we'll just play it slow. There we go. Okay. All right. Now they gotta come out and meet us as the undead. All right, so this is level 1. Okay, this is a level. Nah, it's very hard to. It's not that hard to differentiate between the orc grunt level 1 and level 2. You just see how many swords they're holding. So this guy only has 1 sword, so he's level 1. This guy has 2, so he's level 2. And if you just want to double check, like I said, the right hand side bar here gives you all the detailed information. So here we've got level 2, level 2, level 1. Okay. Right, so against the orcs here, range weapons, that basically is your big answer to that. Let's just finish off our work on this end here. Okay, so how do we want to play this one? I want to keep the outlaw here. As you saw, it was quite effective, even against the level 2 orc in equal terrain. Our spearmen here. If I'm gonna trade with the guy, I might as well do it now. It would be just on death's doorstep, unless he gets really lucky. Okay, first we'll do the easy stuff then. We'll engage here with the longbowman. Not quite what I expected, but okay. Yeah, I'll switch it out because the outlaw is still basically a footpad, right? He's a light infantry skirmisher. He still operates really well even in open terrain. Our swordsman, on the other hand, 40% in open terrain, but 50% in a hill tile. So I'm gonna open up the combat width here by deploying the outlaw to the flank here in the open, and then deploy the swordsman in. There we go. And now we can continue the assault. I'm just going to throw the javelin first. And depending on what happens from here on out, then we'll commit our spearmen here. Nope, did absolutely nothing, of course. Okay, we need to be a little bit careful. We want them to come out. We don't want to engage them just here, just yet. Okay, going to be a slightly risky maneuver, but we want to get into these hex tiles, castle hexes with our infantry because they perform very well compared to all the other modifiers we get from all the other terrain. Now I'm going to move him here because he can only be engaged by this guy, which the moment he comes out into this castle area, he loses his chaotic. One way you can check is if you hover over the hexes and look to the right-hand corner, you can see what kind of modifiers are going on. So basically, along these highlighted areas is considered the open daytime area. But when you're in the darker areas, that's underground, the chaotic fellas, they get their bonuses. So if this guy steps into the open here, he will lose his 25% buff modifier. Same goes for this other person here. And he can only be engaged by these two hexes here. This other orc can't make it far enough. So we'll leave him there. We're going to snipe this guy here with the bowman. There we go, easy kill. And no, I'm not going to commit my knight just yet. We got time, we got time. Okay. I'm going to charge down this guy. Nope, nope. I guess not. I won't charge down that guy. I want to commit my longbowman to the orcs here. But how do I want to play this one out? Damn. Okay, we're going to let this ghoul come out and engages. I want to open up the combat width here with this guy, so we're going to have to move some people around. We'll engage with this first. Get the kill with the spearman. There we go, perfect. Okay, now we can open up and engage behind the enemy. Almost leveled up. He'll get there, no problem. We want to engage the ghoul here. Alright, let's knock out the annoyance first. Then we can engage this guy. Okay, we'll leave him alone. We'll just maintain our position and then wait for the enemy to attack. Okay, not going too well for our commander, but he'll be fine. Okay, we need to deal with this situation, get him out of there. I'm going to take this risk because even if he gets poisoned, what he didn't, every time you get promoted or a unit levels up, it resets their HP. So it's basically free healing. Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, to be honest. But yeah, now you know. Okay, let's get in behind here. See what we can do. I kind of wanted him dead there, but I'll be fine. Yeah, he went for the high tier unit. And then the orc came out in the open. Okay, you got to kill. Okay, we'll finish this guy off. Okay, almost got him leveled up. We will occupy this with this. Couldn't quite get the kill. It's all right. Couldn't quite get the kill there either. It's all right. All right. I want this guy to get the last kill on him. It'll get him close to level up, then I have 2 extra units that are close to promotion. Wow, okay. Alright, nice. Okay. Everyone's in good, pretty decent health except for the HQ, but that's fine. We are pressing forward. Okay, so the thing about units is that technically the rule is when you get to level 3, that's the max. There are quite a few other units where that's not the case. But for here, the swordsman, once he gets to this 3rd promotion, he gets turned into what's called a royal guard, which is this red guy knight. And that's the max. And what happens there is any experience accumulated basically increases his base stats. So he doesn't get promoted or turned into a different unit. He doesn't get any extra abilities or anything like that. But his base stats start to improve themselves. And of course, the big thing that usually is helpful is that when you do get the promotions after the max level, you still get that healing ability that we discussed. It resets your HP to maximum. That's usually very useful. Okay, so we're going to leave our HQ to heal up there, get the spearman healed up as well, and then we press forward. Okay, let's heal up. Let's go. Let's see. Can get promotion here. There we go. 2 outlaws. Yeah, okay. Okay, and turn. I'll leave him more. Okay, basically, because I know how the campaign plays out, the brother is off here to the left-hand screen, and basically, in order to complete the mission, you have to move this brother to unlock the gate. You can't have any of the other units do it. But first, we need to kill this guy to get the keys. And we've already scouted out the whole area. He's got nothing left except this skeleton, which is gonna take absolutely no time to deal with. Okay, yeah. Start maneuvering him up forward so you can finish off the mission. Get all the boys in. Should get all the low tier units in. Maybe try get a 3rd level on that guy. Okay, enter. Whoa, 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 okay. Slight miscalculation on my part, yes. But you're gonna die now. Oh my. Yeah, I wasn't gonna risk it there because he could easily have alpha damage any 3 of these units, so it's okay. We'll get the XP for the rest of our boys later. So there we get the keys. Go off to the left-hand side. There's the brother, and we just need to move him one more turn. And there we go. Mission accomplished. That's the end of that. We are done. And we are in a very good position for the last mission. I'm quite happy with how everything has turned out so far. I think I may have missed something. I think off to the right-hand side, there's actually gold. But that's fine. We can do without it. So that ends this episode here. And we'll see you in the next one.